Garbage. And more garbage. A growing problem for our entire planet. Electricity. Something our modern world demands more and more of every day. It would be a dream come true if we could convert what we don't want into what we need.
Welcome to the world of science, the world of possibilities and challenges. From trash to treasure, from waste to energy. Yes, this is the core concept of my project, that is concentrated solar power waste to energy converter. What happens here in my idea is that all the municipal solid as well as liquid waste is collected in this waste collection bunker, and by the means of magnetic separation it is separated out, and then through a hopper conveyor belt it is conveyed to the incineration or the combustion chamber, where the waste is actually incinerated. It would be a breakthrough in the technology of waste disposal. Now I would be explaining it to you step by step. The waste is first incinerated, and the water container kept above it gets the temperature, that is the boiling point of water, 100 degrees Celsius, and starts producing water vapors. Water vapors now in turn runs the turbine at a very high speed. The turbine runs generators, and the generators generate in turn electricity for commercial purposes. The fly ash is transferred to for industrial as well as household purposes by the means of ash conveyor belt, and the remaining toxic as well as polluted gases are treated first in fabric filter and then by the means of stack and induction fan. To increase the process, it is released in the air in the form of very high concentration of CO2 and a very high concentration of water vapors. The gas is completely treated in the fabric filters and pollution controlling devices, and after getting a check over, it is then only released in the atmosphere. So we are creating something positive from the negative and a good from bad. This is the another model displaying my project, exactly what happens in a shot. The furnace in the left hand side covered with red has the municipal solid waste inside it burning at a high temperature of 650 to 780 degrees Celsius, converting polymerized or depolymerized form of waste, which in turn running the turbines at a very high speed as the water vapors released onto it, and the generators, that are the power generators, generate electricity for commercial purposes. The polymers, the flying ash or the released toxic substances left over are first treated in various forms and then only released in atmosphere. This technique of concentrated solar power would be proving to be very useful in the upcoming years in India as well as other southern and western countries. The next is at the back. Two names: thermal depolymerization and mechanical biological treatment. Now here is the technique of thermal depolymerization, which says that when the waste is mixed with water and burned at a very high temperature, the water vapors rises up, and by the means of fractional distillation column, the hydrocarbons can be separated out, and in the technique of MBT, that is mechanical biological treatment, the biogas is on mixing up the cow dung with water and leave it up for 2 to 3 days to run the stove burner. Now we would be using concentrated solar power, and with the help of the sun the whole energy would be now transformed. Now the concentrated solar power waste to energy technique would be a dream come true. Now dear judges, what I think is something missing. Concentrated solar power, that is actually the main part of my project, says that when a group of mirrors in a parabolic form concentrates all the sun's rays or the solar energy at a particular point where the waste is kept, starts burning up, and when the waste burns up it produces water vapors at a very high temperature, and the water vapors makes the water container kept above the furnace heated up to a very high temperature, that is the boiling point of water 100 degrees Celsius, and the water vapors now are released onto a turbine at a very high speed, and which runs the power generator generating electricity for homes, and we are getting electricity from solar energy from waste or from the cow dung or human poop and other kinds of municipal solid waste to generate the best, that is renewable sources of energy or alternative sources of energy. So to sum up, my technology is converting waste to energy combined with concentrated solar power plus mechanical biological treatment plus thermal depolymerization to give you the best that is needed in this generation, and that is renewable sources of energy. My technique would be converting negative to positive, from trash to treasure, and it is converting something that is not needed to something that is much needed. This is me, Jatin Arora. Thank you.